Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of Magento 2 Auto Attributes plugin, and in today's video tutorial we'll be showing you how the website admin for the Magento 2 store would be able to create the multiple attributes from the backend panel using this particular plugin that would be created for the orders, and thereby then the customers would be able to make use of them at the storefront while they are placing the orders. It depends upon whether the admin has set up a static block that needs to be checked by the customers, or maybe it's a drop down, a radio box, a text box. So any of the created attributes that require the values would then be displayed to the customers. And apart from that, we'll also be showing you how the store admin will be able to set up the order attributes for the orders that would be placed within the Magento 2 platform based web store for the store owner. So let's go to the storefront and let's see how the customers can with the different order attributes created by the admin, and thereafter we'll be seeing how we can initially configure it and make the different attributes for the orders and how they are being then displayed at the storefront and where exactly they are visible to the customers. So before we proceed to the storefront, and let me give a small gist about this particular plugin. So basically it allows the admin to be able to add multiple attributes to the orders, and the admin would be able to set the position for displaying those created order attributes at the checkout page. So all in all, this would help the store admin to collect more information about the customer related for the orders, and uh, the priority can also be set up for the attributes, and according to that property the order attributes would be visible to the customers, and the admin can create unlimited attributes and can set the visibility of each respective created attribute that is to be basically that is initially created and then to be displayed at the storefront to the customers at the checkout page. Now let's go to the storefront, and now so right now you can see that I'm at the customer login page for my Magento 2 platform based web store. So I'll be logging into my customer account, so I'll just choose my email password and tap here on the sign in button thereafter. So now you can see that I've logged into my account, and on the left hand side we have the customer account options. Now let's add a few products to the cart and then we'll be making a checkout. So let's go to men, then tees, the child category there for the men, or the sub to sub category. Also all of the orders when they are placed and the answered order attributes or selected ones by the customers are visible to the customers as well under the my orders section, and the admin can also view those details for that particular customer by navigating to the customers order info. Now from here let's add a few products. So I'll be choosing this medium red, and then we'll choose a small medium green, add to cart, and a medium blue, add to cart. Now we have these three different products in our cart as you can see right now. So now let's proceed to the checkout by tapping here on the proceed to checkout button. Now on the checkout page, as you can see on the right hand side, we have the order summary, and we have our three different products that we had chosen along with the options. Now within the order summary block, you'll be able to see this option, that's the order refund required. So it's just a demo text that I've set up, and I've chosen this as a yes or a no selection. So you can set the default one whenever the customer views this particular option under the order summary, and then he can choose the appropriate value for that. And here you can make use of the radio buttons, multi-select, text, and much more. Apart from that, on the left hand side also you'll be able to see this gift wrap that we have set up under the shipping methods here. So here I've set up a gift wrap, that's just a demo text, and I've given a section here to enter the email of the customer, and under the order block I've set up the option like the that's the order refund required, yes or no. So if I choose it as a yes, and we'll be entering our email here. Let me enter the email first, And now I'll just proceed further to place the order. So I'll just tap here on the next button. Alright, I just forgot to choose the shipping method here first. Now let's tap on the next button. Now we're on the payment page, as you can see here, or the review and payment section. So I'll be choosing here, and we can place the order. But before that, under the order summary here, we can see the total number of our orders, along with the order attribute that the admin has set up from the backend, along with the chosen option. Now let's just tap here on the place order button. The order has been placed. Let's check the details of the order under the customers my orders section. So now all of the order custom attributes that the admin has set up for the orders would be visible to the customers under the custom order attributes, and within that section the customer can see the different custom order attributes for which he has entered the details or the data as required. So you can see that we have the gift wrap, the email that we entered there, and the order refund required, whether it's a required one or not. We have chosen it as a yes. Now similarly, you can, according to your own requirement, can create the custom order attributes that would be then chosen by the customers before placing the order. And after placing the order, the customers can see that the same under the custom order attributes section. And the same goes for the admin as well. And the admin backend panel, let's see how the different custom order attributes can be created from the admin backend panel, and we'll be also checking the created ones as well. So let's go to the backend for my Magento 2 based web store, and I'll just enter my username password for my admin backend panel. Now after you've successfully installed this particular plugin, on the left hand side bar here you'll be able to see the manage order attribute option. If you tap that up, that brings up the order attribute sub menu option, and now let's go to that particular option. So under this section, that's the order attributes, the admin can find all of the created attributes. So here you can see I have this test one that I had created with the default label as order refund required. And now let's create one or two more order attributes, and then we'll see how it gets displayed at the store front end. And for that, let's tap here on the add new attribute button to create a new one. So we need to enter the attribute info here, like the properties. Then we need to manage the labels according to our stores, and then the storefront properties, whether you want to show it on the storefront, you want to show on the storefront order view. Then you can set up the order status, you can set up the position on checkout where you exactly want this particular order attribute to be displayed. If you choose order summary, then as we have just displayed you at the checkout under the order summary, we could see that particular option to choose the yes for the refund status. Do you want to have it at after the payment method, before the payment method, after the shipping method, or before the shipping method? You want to have it on the shipping address, or before the shipping address, or the address list, and or after the place order option, or whether you want to have it and after the place order before option. So let's type in the default label that's visible to the customers, chosen colors. I'm just demonstrating you how we can create them. So see colors. The type of this particular custom order attribute, you want to have it as a text field, text area, date, yes or no, multiple select, drop down, HTML, or a static block. So for now we can choose this as let's choose it as multiple select. And do you want to make this as required? If you make it as required, then the customer needs to select the options for that. Without that, he won't be able to make a checkout. Now we can manage the options here for the value of our attribute. So I'll just tap here on the add option. So I can set it as red. Then for the default store view, and if any other store views we have according to the language, we can set these up. And we can also add more. Green, let's set it as green, and green, and let's set it as blue, and the default store view, green, blue, blue. You can also set up the advanced attribute properties, whether you want to have this order attribute uh, to be added to the column options. So basically, if you choose this option as a yes, then this particular attribute would be added to the list of column options within the admin backend under the order grid. So under the order grid, you'll have this particular option that you're going to create as a column. You can also add it to the sales order view, and if you choose it as a yes, then the attribute can be added to show on the admin order view on the front end. And thereafter, let's go to the manage labels, and we'll set it as chosen color. For the other store view also we'll set it as. Then we have the storefront properties. Show on storefront, we'll set it as yes. Show on storefront order view, yes. We can set up the sort order. Let me set it as a 1. And where exactly we want to position on the checkout, so let's choose it as we showed you how we can set it as after the order summary. Now let's set it as before after shipping method. All right, and then let's tap here on the save attribute button. Okay, so the attribute has been saved. Let's see colors here, the default label, whether it's required or not, and the visibility along with the sort order for the same. Now let's go to the web store front end, and this is the customer account. Let's reorder this particular order. So here you can see the position on the checkout is after shipping method. So the products are in my cart. Let's tap here on the proceed to checkout button. And now here we are on the shipping section. Here on the right hand side we have the order summary, and within that I have set up the order refund required that I already showed you. And now we had chosen the option for this particular attribute that we created was the C color, and we have set the position on checkout as after shipping method. So that's why right now you can see after shipping methods we have the chosen colors. Now this is a multi-select. You can select a single, or you can select multiples as well. This was the default one that we had already entered. So let me enter the details for this, and let's place an order, and I'll set it as no, and we'll just choose the shipping method, tap on the next. So accordingly you can set this as before the shipping method as well. Let's see that as well, but let's place an order first, and then we'll reorder with the different position for the custom attribute. So I'll just open the details of the order. Let's scroll down, and under the custom order attributes we have the gift wrap, the other one, and the chosen colors, as you can see. Now let's go back, and let's make it as before shipping method. Let's save it up. Let's go back to the orders section for the customers. Let's reorder this particular order once again. So now let me tap here on the proceed to checkout button. Now the option would be at the top before the shipping method. So now you can see before the shipping methods there are 2 shipping methods. Now we have set the chosen color custom order attribute here. So from here you can now choose according to your own requirement there. So that's how you can choose the placement of your order attributes as well. Let me, so we had set the storefront properties as position on the checkout as before shipping method. Now let's try it as you can choose any of these there. You can set it also after the shipping method as we have already shown you, or before the payment method, after payment method, as required. And if you go to the manage labels properties, and from here you can set up the advanced properties as well if you want to add it to the column options within the order sales. For that also you can set up the details here. And apart from that you can also set up the front end input type as we have already told you. So let's create a new one, and let's see how we can add a block for that. Also, if the admin checks the orders, we have this test user as the one that we use to place the order. We'll edit that particular customer and check the customer info, and under that we'll be checking the orders that this particular customer has placed. And in the meantime, let's tap here on the add new attribute, and here if I go to the orders section, here we have our order number 1, 2. Let me open that up, and here are the details of the order, and here as well the admin can see the order customer attributes along with the selected ones that were enabled by the admin from the backend panel, as we've already shown you. So that's how the admin can view them under the orders section as well for the customers, and those custom attributes are visible then to the admin as well that he has created for the orders. Now for the new attribute that we were talking about, I've just edited the default table, the default code, and now we'll just choose the front end input type as static block. Before we chose the multiple select, so I'll just choose it as static block. And now here you can set up the advanced attribute properties for this chosen front end input type. Now where you want to display the default value, so you need to choose these as what we say as the CMS block for that. So from here you can choose according to your own requirement the ones that are available, whether you want to have it in the footer links block or contact us info, you want to have it on homepage block or any other one, as you can see. So you can also have it on the login info block. So if I choose it as login info block, and then I've set the labels, we've set it as yes, yes, yes. We've also set the position on checkout as after shipping method. Now let's tap here on the save attribute button. The attribute has been saved. That's the test DD. Now let me go to the storefront ones. So the front end input type is static block, and the properties are on the position on the checkout after shipping method. So one example is here, you can see the static block is visible here, and this can be set up by the admin from the backend. So for this we have set it at the what we say as the contact us page from the footer itself. So if I tap here on the about us, I can still see the details there for that block. And basically under the advanced attribute property, you just need to choose the data that would be displayed within that static block. So we have chosen the login info block that would basically display the same. And so basically this is how it comes up for the customer, the static block, and it displays the chosen info that you have selected, like the one that we had chosen. So that was much about the Magento 2 order attributes plugin, and I hope it helped you out in understanding the flow of this particular plugin. And if you still have any questions, queries, suggestions or requirements, then you can always get back to us at support@webkul.com, or you may raise a ticket at webkul.qvides.com. You can also check the details and the working of this particular plugin from the links that I've attached within the description below for this particular video. So you can check the store as well as the user guide with the proper flow of this particular extension. Thanks for watching this particular video, and have a great day ahead.